Hola! What's good, everybody? Now, Obama, your time has come. We got this week's fight night upon us. I'm not gonna make a full card review because honestly, who gives a fuck? After the 330 card, I just had to go over. We had so many people, so many randoms. I had to do tape study on. I'm not doing this shit for the fucking Gage Young versus Standor Sanville fight. I'm not doing this shit for the Marcio Barbosa versus Ryan Kusei. Like, if you're here to watch my picks, to watch my predictions on that, fuck you, bro. Alright, I'm not doing that shit. We do have some good fights, right? We got the GOAT, Shamil Gaziev versus Kennedy Nzechukwu. Shamil's getting slimed, I'm sorry. We got Reinier the Ritter coming back against Roman Dolidze. Roman Dolidze, my brother, you're gonna get smudged by a 3-round decision. And we have, of course, the main event. Anthony Fluffy Hernandez coming back after losing to Sean Strickland by TKO to fight Obama. Robocop, Gregory Rodrigues, your time has come, my brother. So let's get into this fight. I believe, right off the bat, I'm going to tell you, Hernandez is going to slime this guy out, alright? It's not going to be close. He's going to make it look really impressive. But let's go over, we got to give everyone a fair shot. What's the path to victory for Mr., Gregory Robocop man? This guy has good wrestling. He has good defensive wrestling, so to speak. He has a little, we've seen him shoot a takedown on occasion. But his path to victory for all of his fights is getting the KO. Whether that be, when he almost fluked it against Jared Cannonier, when it be against any of his 13 opponents that he slimed out, or however many people he's knocked out. That's the way he's going to win this fight. All MMA fights start on the feet. Every round is a new round on the feet. He can catch Fluffy. He can catch Fluffy coming in with an uppercut. I'd be really scared of this guy's straight punches. He's a lot longer in reach than Fluffy Hernandez, I believe. And Fluffy, sometimes he likes, depending on his opponent, he likes to stay at the end of the people's punch. Like, he likes to stay in the boxing range. We saw against Sean Strickland, there was barely any takedowns attempted in that fight. Because he thought, Strickland doesn't have power to be worried about. He doesn't have, this sort of like devastating one-hit quitter power, right? So he stayed at the boxing range with Strickland, and unfortunately, it did not end well for him. However, in this fight, outside of those limited chances where the fight starts on the feet, every round starts on the feet, whatever, Mr. Robocop is not going to have a good time. So how do I think this fight goes? We've seen these guys in very similar matchups to each other, right? We've seen Kopylov take down fucking Gregory Rodrigues. We've seen Cannonier take down Gregory Rodrigues up against the fence in a body lock situation off of a single leg. Things that are very, typical and very, I would say, like Fluffy style, right? Fluffy loves to put the pressure on his opponents. He doesn't have the craziest explosive power. He's actually a really slow moving guy, both in the striking and in the wrestling, but he keeps it going. He has that cardio for days. He keeps it pushing, keeps chugging along, and he loves to grab snatch singles in the middle of the cage. He likes to move people up against the fence and start, fence wrestling them, hit them with that Dagestani swag. And he has really effective ground and pound, really go ahead on his submissions, whether it be that guillotine he loves going to with the arm in, whether it be, of course, chasing the back, finding the rear naked choke. I believe he's gotten a arm triangle finish in the UFC. And just, pictures here, you can see this guy's fucking putting his face and putting his hands in someone's face and smothering them. Just putting that pressure on people, forcing the ground and pound for people to make bad decisions. It's just one of those situations where I think we've seen Gregory Rodrigues be taken down really early in fights. We've seen him taken down late in fights. We've seen, he's accepted bottom position. I don't have the picture here, but there's a picture of him accepting bottom position against a fighter in the middle of the round. Just sitting there with the guard open, like, bro, we get you're Brazilian, but you can't be doing that shit, man. You can't be doing that against Fluffy. It's going to get you smudged. I think this is going to be a fight where, over the course of 3 rounds, slowly, those like main event jitters that you get when you get into a fight and you're thinking, oh, this can be close, so one of these fighters can low-key get a finish here. We're going to start losing those jitters as the fight goes on. There's not going to be risk of a finish. First round, we're going to be nervous. Second round, okay, let's see the adjustments that Robocop makes. And then it's just going to be it, man. It's going to be Fluffy Hernandez wrestling this man, getting up against the fence, cage wrestling him, bringing him down, getting the body lock, taking him down. Maybe Gregory Rodrigues stands up. I think eventually at some point at the end of the first round or the beginning of the second round, we're going to start to see Rodrigues kind of accept the bottom position and start to receive some damage from bottom, right? He's going to start maybe trying to throw up some goofy triangle submissions. He's going to try to throw, maybe look for an arm and an arm bar. And Hernandez, that's where he lives in, man. He loves when opponents accept bottom position. We saw in that Dolidze fight, the moment he feels like you've accepted your fate in the situation you're in, yeah, you're cooked, buddy. You're cooked. He's gonna touch you, man. He's gonna touch you. He's gonna do things to you against your consent. It's gonna be bad, bro. It's gonna be bad, my brother. So yeah, I think Fluffy versus Robocop, it's gonna go one or two ways. Either Robocop just chins Fluffy at some point between the first and second round. Pretty unlikely, because we've seen, especially, I got this big ass red arrow, how Fluffy loves to take it down. Like, he has no shame. You know, some wrestlers, like we've seen Evloev in his last fight against Lerone Murphy, he made that shit a little bit closer than it had to be, because at the beginning of the fight, first two rounds, he barely shot a takedown. He was like trying to, let me make this a little bit entertaining. Let me stamp my name in for the title shot. Let me keep it on the feet for a little bit. Fluffy ain't about that bullshit, bro. Fluffy's gonna shoot his takedown whenever he feels like it. If he's up against Michel Pereira, where again, Joel Alvarez, take notes, my brother. If you're up against an opponent and you know that there's only one realm where they can beat you in, whether that be the stand-up or the grappling, you're gonna do your darndest to get them out that realm. So again, Fluffy Hernandez, he knows, Michel Pereira's dangerous. I just smudged him for the whole round one. I'm gonna take him down as soon as the round starts. This guy feinted a jab, grabbed a single, pushed him against the fence, took Michel Pereira down. And that's what you gotta do. That's what he's gonna do against Gregory Rodrigues. He got TKO'd in his last fight, and he's done that before to other opponents. So there's literally nothing that tells me it's not gonna go like that in the first round. I can see him going for a double leg and getting it on Robocop, because even if he gets sprawled on, we've seen that Hernandez can cut the corner really well from the total position. He kind of pops his head out and like pushes the opponent over. We've seen that before. We've seen, like, as soon as we're on the ground, we're chilling. If we're Fluffy Hernandez, we're chilling. Even if we're, bottom. Against Kopylov, he actually conceded bottom position a couple times. He lost it in scrambles, and he was chilling. He grabbed a hold of a leg, slowly made his way up, slow and steady. I could just imagine this guy's pressure has got to be insane, because the way this guy moves, he's so slow, and he dominates everyone in the grappling. Like, it has to be crazy pressure. So yeah, man, Fluffy, he's gonna take down Rodrigues. He's gonna do it over the course of the first, second, third round. Maybe he'll fuck around fourth round when Gregory Rodrigues is all gassed out. He'll be on the feet emoting. This guy loves to like stick his tongue out, hit the emotes. But yeah, man, it's gonna be a Fluffy domination until the fourth round, fifth round. It's gonna be at some point late in the fight where Gregory Rodrigues is super gassed out. Gregory is gonna give his back. He's gonna get choked out. I don't really see this being a front headlock finish, because I think that's more of a finish you get when you're scrambling with someone, and I don't see there being that many scrambles in this fight. But if we're going based off what I've been saying about how he's gonna get fence grabbed and fence wrestled over and over and over again, it's gonna be a round 4 sub, round 4, round 5 sub. I can see, like I said, Fluffy getting in on the back when Gregory Rodrigues finally like, oh my god, he's on turtle. He's realizing, I just dropped 3 rounds. I gotta do something. I'm about to lose this fourth round too. I gotta get a finish. He like starts scrambling, using the last of his energy to get up. Fluffy gets on the back, puts the hooks in, sinks the body triangle in, and it's over. It's wraps, bro. It's night for Obama, alright? Let me be clear. So yeah, man, Fluffy by round 4 submission. What do you guys think about this fight? Thank you for watching. What do you guys think about this card? I know there's like, every time I post a prediction video, it gets like 3 views, because no one cares about like entire card predictions. But I honestly love making prediction card videos. I didn't do it for this card just out of like a moral obligation. Like, I feel morally bad watching tape on some of these jobbers, bro. But yeah, man, fights that matter. Fluffy submission. Kennedy Nzechukwu is gonna knock out Shamil Gaziev. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. Right? And who else was fighting on this card? Computer, who else is fighting? Oh, Ryder the Ritter. RDR, I think, is going to smudge Roman Dolidze. If it was 5 rounds, I'd pick him to win by sub, just like Fluffy. It's going to be 3 rounds. He's going to smudge Roman Dolidze. We've seen the Georgian wrestling doesn't mean shit with this guy, Dolidze, all right? Dolidze, you got to lock in. I love my Georgians, but I low-key exclude Roman Dolidze when I'm talking about the Georgians that I love. I don't even consider him Georgian. I'm sorry, brother. But yeah, man, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to go to sleep. I'm tired.